Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Just getting set up here. Just did some chores around the house, so excuse me if I seem a wee bit tired. Um, but I just got done with that, and I just felt like shooting a video about something that I feel like I should have talked about a little bit ago because I don't know, maybe it's not that relevant, but I think it still is a relevant topic because of um, you know just just how much money is being invested into things nowadays. But I want to talk about a an article that I had read like a month ago, and I mean I was pretty shocked when I read it at first, and then I just kind of moved on from it. But I feel I need to address it because it actually brings up other issues, or actually, kind of gives a window or a look into Hollywood spending. And that is actor salaries. Good lord, like, I don't think any actor deserves that amount of money. Have you seen what Tom Cruise made on Top Gun 2? He made $100 million. Dude, like, um, now I understand where that money comes from. They like put in like back end deals, and they do some. They kind of bet on the hopes that the movie will make a ton of money, and based on the results, they will get a certain amount. And Top Gun 2, of course, is a huge success. Um, so I guess that's why Tom Cruise got all that money. But my God, that is so much money. That is You can make like 5 or 6 movies with that kind of budget. Like that's just, or with that kind of money, that's crazy. You can make like 10 or 12 indie movies. No, we got to give it to one dude. And then you got Joaquin Phoenix doing Joker 2, and he's gonna be paid 20 million. And you got other people like, um, and then there's some that just make me laugh, like Steve Carell for I think it was Minions 2. He got paid like $13 million. Just okay. Um, the Barbie thing I kind of get. I know the instinct is like, oh my god, Barbie, but Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling. I can kind of get 10 million. I can kind of get that because I mean they're big names, and also that seems like a more reasonable price in my opinion. It because I mean, let's just live in reality. I mean, these people are going to get paid millions. Should they be paid millions? No. I don't think any of these actors should be paid like millions of dollars just to be acting against green screen or putting on costumes or whatever. Because I'm sorry, that's not hard work. It really isn't. I mean, there is there is stuff that goes into it, absolutely, and I doing some stuff. Not saying I've done anything special, um, but I have like a particular insight into all this, and I can tell you that yeah, it's a lot of fun, and yes, there is work that goes into it, but not to the degree of like actual impactful and you know genuine work that actually impacts worlds at large. Like we're not talking about firefighters, we're not talking about policemen, we're not talking about doctors, people that actually do things that you know that impact the world. We're talking about entertainers, you know, just people who possess ego and all that, um, and again, that seek validation and all that stuff. And I'm a huge hypocrite because I like to make short films and stuff like that. Um, I try not to do it for validation purposes anymore. I mean, I try to do it just um, for more of a self exploration sort of thing, like not like ego driven and all that, like. But for these guys, it's like And I'm not trying to play like victim or anything like that, or play oh I know my shit, whatever. I'm just saying that I'm trying to not be that way because I used to be that way. So like I know how that mindset is. Um, but it's just crazy that these people get paid millions of dollars. Like I think that Will Smith is getting paid like 30, 40 million for a film called Emancipation, which I heard is, which I heard the description, it actually sounded pretty interesting. Um, but it's just, it brings up the bigger issue, which is Hollywood spending. Like we can talk about budgets. I heard that Joker 2 is going to be like 100 million, which is like, why? Just because it's a sequel, like you need to give it more money. I never understand the logic behind that. Like, success does not mean that you have to give them more money. I mean, they might demand more money. Like I can kind of see maybe why Joaquin got 20 million because maybe he asked for a certain payment. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of money still. I wouldn't invest into actors like that. I wouldn't. Like charity organizations, yes. Um, Doctors, other people, yes. Those people deserve hundreds of millions of dollars because they actually go out and do work. Veterans, soldiers, like people who deserve this kind of money, you know? Not people who are in it just for themselves. Like, I'll tell you, I don't deserve hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't want any money. I'll just do my art for free. Um, I mean, if you want to call it art or whatever, I'll do my pieces for free. I'll just do it just for my own self pleasure. And I don't want to make a dime because that makes me feel just dirty, just makes me feel unclean. I'd rather just do it because I want to do it and just be okay with that and not have to go through like all these payments and all this bullshit, and it just becomes more of a business thing, and then there's the ego that starts to drop in, like, you know like, I love what I do, but I don't think that I deserve a dime because it's just a meaningless thing at the end of the day. Because what we're doing is, it is selfish. It absolutely is selfish what we're doing. I mean, you could say that about anything, but it's more selfish for us because it's just we're just doing it out of, um, like, no one's going to no one's life's going to change because they watched a movie. I never believe that sort of thing. I could believe impact, but I don't believe anything to that degree. So, um, but I do it for personal reasons. Very personal reasons. Um, before it was because the fun of like making movies and all of the fun of being seen and all of this and that, the validation and all that. But now I just do it for therapeutic reasons. Very personal reasons. Um, but um, I think that the spending for for movies and actors is just insane, and I don't think that no actor deserves $100 million in my eyes. No, I don't care how great they are. Like they're like the greatest actors of all time: Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, uh, Daniel Day Lewis. Like you know, even I would not give $100 million. I wouldn't. Um, yeah, it's just crazy, like how much money these people make, all for meaningless work. Because I mean it is meaningful to make, but from an outsider's point of view, all you're doing is making a movie. It is not as stressful, as painful, um, as heartbreaking, and as challenging as being a firefighter, a police officer, a doctor, a nurse. Um, That's just my opinion. I just don't think that no one in that type of business should be making that kind of money. That's just that's just ridiculous to me. And we need to really concentrate on on making more reasonable budgets because Joker 2 does not need to be $100 million. Other movies do not need to be hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, you look at where your success was, and I would say just match that. If Joker was about a $50-60 million film, then the sequel should probably do just that, be a $50-60 million film, so that you can match that success. I know you want to try to make it bigger and make more success out of it. Then just give it a small boost. Give it an extra $5 or $10 million. But don't give it an exuberant like 40, $50 million, because then you're giving these these filmmakers a lot more room, and I hate when you have so much space. Like, I love seeing people be challenging themselves. I like the restrictions because that forces creativity. Um, and also, you're not taking bigger risk. I would think that for a business, you'd want to take as small of a risk as possible, especially when it's with tent poles or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I would not, I would not invest all that kind of money to anybody. No, that's just crazy to me. Crazy. Anybody else, doctors, whatever, I get that because you're actually doing something that changes the world. You're actually doing things that save people's lives. I get that. An actor who I love acting. I love all this sort of stuff. And I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, I'm doing this for that. No, of course, it's for my own self pleasure. It absolutely is for that. And I recognize that. You know, I'm not saying that. I just don't do it for what other people do. I don't do it for validation. I don't do it for acceptance. I make what I want to make, and if you don't like it, that's fine. You're allowed to have an opinion. But I'm not going to do it just to become big or leverage or whatever. I just want to tell my stories. So, and I don't need any money, you know, because I have the materials that I need. Um, if I need money, then I will go do actual work to get that money, versus having credentials or whatever. I don't know. It just I don't feel like people should be given a pass just because they're big names. You should be. I don't know. I don't know where I'm kind of going with this. But basically, what I'm saying is that like all these actors, their salaries are insane, and that nobody um, should be handed that kind of money for a job that boils down to you memorizing lines, acting against a green screen, and being emotionally in check. I don't know. It doesn't stack up to actual real life jobs that, in my opinion, could benefit way more from millions of dollars than these kind of people. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I'm just like, why do we hand these kinds of people millions of dollars? I don't give a shit that they're popular or not. I don't care if they're the biggest names in the world, most recognizable names. I don't care. You don't deserve millions of dollars. Beyond popularity, what's the reason? What is the reason to hand an actor millions of dollars? Beyond the fact that they're popular, because it's not the talent. It has absolutely nothing to do with the talent. Like, Tom Cruise, I think, is a okay actor. You know, and I love Joaquin Phoenix, but that's because he was in a mainstream piece of content, and that's why he's given millions of dollars. Um, like, and also he won an Academy Award and all this other stuff for that movie, and plus with mainstream type stuff. It's he had a um, he got lucky with Joker, but yeah, like everyone else, like The Rock and all that, it's like, yeah, I mean, Yeah, it's just. Is anyone going to sit here and say that The Rock deserves to be handed $20 or $30 million for his acting? Come on. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure some of these guys are probably good people, but in terms of what they're being paid for, they should not be paid that much. That's just way too much. And Hollywood really needs to reevaluate on their spending habits and, you know, both from budgets and from this sort of thing. That's just ridiculous, in my opinion. So yeah, you guys let me know. Do you think actors deserve this kind of salary? Do you guys think like me it's ridiculous, or do you have a different opinion? You guys let me know. And yeah, uh, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for another video, whatever the hell it might be. It might be another movie review or something else. Who knows? We'll see what the future holds. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll catch you guys in the next time. In the next time? No. In the next video. I'm a little tired. I'm gonna go lay down. So, thank you guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.